Prime Minister Narendra Modi will hold a digital dialogue with tech enthusiasts on Sunday and talk about his Digital India initiative. The Prime Minister invited tech enthusiasts to share their ideas and inputs on Digital India using hashtag Digital Dialogue, adding that he will answer some of the questions on Sunday. These questions can be shared on fora like Facebook, Twitter and LinkedIn. Union Public Service Commission announced the results of the Civil Services Examination 2014. Women candidates have bagged all the 4 top slots in the prestigious examinations. A total number of 1,236 candidates have been recommended for appointment to various central government services. Addressing the students during the convocation ceremony of JP Institute of Information Technology in Noida, Home Minister Rajnath Singh said that knowledge should be used in such a way that it becomes helpful to the society, not disastrous. He added that a terrorist uses his technological knowledge only for the destructive purposes. Days after securing a victory in the RK Nagar by-poll, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha took oath as MLA. She took oath as legislator in the presence of Speaker P. Dhanpal in his chamber inside the Tamil Nadu Assembly in Chennai. Her cabinet colleagues were also present on the occasion. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will embark on a 6-day tour of 5 Central Asian countries from Monday. Prime Minister will also visit Ufa in Russia for the summit meeting of BRICS and the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Enhancing strategic, economic and energy cooperation will be the focus. This will be the PM's first visit to the region, but follows an initiative first recommended in 2012, the Connect Central Asia policy. Setting aside an order of the Madras High Court, Supreme Court has ordered the trial of 35 crew members of US vessel under the Arms Act. Crew members were arrested in 2013 for allegedly carrying a huge cache of weapons illegally on board. The Apex Court said the case attracts the provisions of Arms Act for initiating prosecution of the accused for commission of the offences punishable under it. 2 school children were crushed to death and 7 others injured by a speeding truck, following which locals blocked the Delhi-Dehradun highway and pelted stones at the police. The incident occurred when 5 children were going to school and a speeding truck hit them from behind near the Chaparal village. Government will soon implement an ambitious policy under which 1% of the road construction cost will go towards planting trees. Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari said on Friday that this will help transform India's 90,000 kilometers of national highways into green corridors. Textile Minister Santosh Gangwar on Friday laid the foundation stone for an apparel and garment making centre in Aizawl, the capital of Mizoram. With this now, all the 7 states of northeast India have one such apparel and garment making centre. In international news, India for the first time abstained from voting on a resolution on Palestine adopted at the UN human rights body that calls for accountability by parties involved in last year's conflict in Gaza. India, however, maintained that there was no change in its long-standing position on support to the Palestinian cause. Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras on Friday urged thousands of supporters gathered in Athens to vote no in the weekend referendum to live with dignity in Europe and to be equals in Europe. In his address in the capital's Syntagma Square in front of Parliament, he also rejected EU leaders' warnings that a no result in Sunday's plebiscite could see Greece forced to leave the Eurozone. The French government has rejected an asylum request from WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange, saying he did not face immediate danger. In his letter to the president published earlier on Friday in a French newspaper, Assange described himself as a journalist pursued and threatened with death by the US authorities as a result of his professional activities. Assange has spent over 3 years holed up in the Ecuador embassy in London to avoid extradition to Sweden. Taiwan held a military parade in its capital Taipei to mark the 70th anniversary of the end of the Sino-Japan War. The parade showcased a number of helicopters, fighter jets and ground assault vehicles from the Taiwanese military. In opening remarks made by President Ma Ying-jeou, Ma praised Chiang Kai-shek's leadership during the war. In sports news, Sania Mirza and Martina Hingis have entered women's doubles 3rd round at the Wimbledon. Indo-Swiss pair defeated Japan's Kimiko Date Krum and Italy's Francesca Schiavone 6-0, 6-1. Indian women go into Saturday's hockey encounter with Japan in the World League semi-finals with a focus on enhancing their claim for Olympic qualification after a gap of 36 years. India are eager to cover most angles in the qualification race by winning this playoff for the 5th position against Japan, which they reckon should get them into the Olympic Games for the first time since Moscow in 1980.